Developing a resilient, strong mindset in roller skating is essential if you're going to do this for the long term. By the end of this video, you're going to have 3 strategies so you know exactly how to develop a very strong mindset for yourself. Let's chat. I also wanted to show what I believe. So we have got a graph that looks like this. Along the bottom is your experience, and up the side is confidence. This is less, this is more, and so on. So at the beginning, when you have no experience or very little experience, and you come to skate class, your experience will be developing all the time. Often, you will also have very little confidence. So you'll start somewhere down here with little confidence, very little experience, and as you go through your initial sessions, your confidence will increase. It'll take a little while and then it'll go up. And then you'll have a gap. And in that gap of time, your confidence will stay where it is, and then you'll come back to your next session and your confidence will probably plummet again, because you will have remembered what it feels like to be confident and you're, oh yeah, I can fall over safely, I can go forwards, I know what to do, I know how to brake, but your body hasn't had enough time to remember that. So at the very beginning of your roller skate experience, you're generally going to see these peaks and troughs, but you'll go up gradually, okay? So this could take you, it's usually the first few weeks or maybe months or so, and then over time, you'll gradually see them even out and you'll hit this kind of plateau in your confidence level where you know that you aren't going to do a lot of falling over anymore, and that generally speaking you're pretty solid with your early skills. But then you start to get curious, so you hit this cycle all over again because you're going to start trying something new. Essentially, you'll get curious the same as you did in the beginning, and the cycle will repeat. So over time, your confidence overall will go up, but it will often take such a long time to increase that you may not ever really notice. And it's only when you step back in those periods of reflection that you think, oh, actually, I feel a lot more different. There's things that I can do that I never was doing before, and that's really valuable. So understanding how long it takes is really important. The other way that we can frame confidence and experience is in boxes like this, okay? So again, if we put confidence here and we put experience here, and this is more, okay, and this is less. So these people have very little confidence and low experience, okay? So this is often the people that we see in our classes, people with low confidence, low experience. You are probably somebody that's not going to talk to other people a great deal. You are not keen to take up space. You might apologize to everybody in your life. You might very well apologize to other people in the class. I'm sorry, I can't stop. You are maybe feeling a little bit anxious about going to new spaces, and you need to know how things work before you actually get there. So if that is you, we look after you. Okay. As I say, as you start to gain experience, you might continue to have low confidence, but I'm going to put high. I will say more experience. So often this is people who might be marginalized in some way, and people who sit at intersection, like you, we all have an intersectional experience in life, but particularly if you've experienced maybe a lot of racism or discrimination in your workplace, or generally in your life, you've had just tricky times, you might find that you build a lot of experience, but you don't give yourself any credit for that, and you continue being your own worst enemy and not recognizing the skills that you've actually built. So we can also really support you and help you to uncover that hidden confidence that actually you are very capable. On this end, we might see high confidence and low experience, okay? So these people are the opposite of these people. So these people, if we see them, they are often, I'm going to say, like courageous or brave. You might interpret them as being quite fearless. They've often got quite thrill-seeking personalities. There'll be people that seem really like there's no caution at all. They're just willing to take a go, and they've had probably a life that has felt quite safe for them to be able to do that in some way. Maybe they haven't, and maybe they've just realized that actually life's too short for them to keep wondering about what's going on, and they're just going to go ahead and live their life to the fullest, not allow fear to stop them. So they've got quite high confidence. And then in this last box, we've got people who are high confidence and high experience. And these people, it's going to take years and years, probably decades, for these people to transform up to here, to having and recognizing that they have got high confidence and high experience. And these people might look like they are assertive, they might look quite self-assured, quietly confident. They don't necessarily seem arrogant, but they're people that know what they like, they know that what they enjoy, they are quite self-aware is what I will say. They're more likely to be self-aware, and they're really unbothered by lots of other things. When you're sitting in high confidence, you generally also have got low insecurity, and so those two things like balance each other out. So I hope that helps you to understand in some way. We've thought about why roller skating is hard in terms of experience and confidence, but I want us now to think about our nervous system. Okay, so when you start roller skating, the two things you are told is, these are eyes. I don't know why I've done eyelashes, but there we go. Look where you are going. And the other thing you are told is to bend your knees. Now, the reason that we find this so incredibly difficult when we're down at this end of the graph is because of our nervous system, okay? This is designed to keep us safe. We've got a sympathetic nervous system and we've got a parasympathetic nervous system. It's designed to switch on and take over and save us from danger. So it's happening without us realizing. This video is brought to you by us, the Skate Sanctuary, a place for developing your confidence and self-belief through roller skating. If you're ready to discover your inner child, check us out now. So our sympathetic nervous system gets us ready to run away. It's the fight or flight mode that we may have heard about. While the parasympathetic brings us, so this is ramping us up. The parasympathetic brings us down, and it's that rest and digest mode, okay? That is absolutely essential. We need both. Our nervous system is designed to keep us safe. So when you first put your roller skates on here, our body initially switches on its sympathetic nervous system because you are now experimenting and moving in ways that our nervous system has never seen before. So it's trying to sense what is the danger. Of course, the problem is you have tied this danger to your feet. And when we are in the sympathetic nervous system and the grip of it, we actually cannot bend our knees at all because our knees are fully locked out. They're ready to help us run away from danger. And our eyes are going to be on high alert. So they're going to be extra wide open. You're going to be scanning and taking in way too much information. So you're really going to be overstimulated. So we need to get you to the rest and digest stage, the parasympathetic nervous system, to switch on as quickly as possible so that this becomes possible. If you are not in this state, this is impossible, and no amount of someone saying, just calm down, just bend your knees, just look where you're going, is going to be helpful at all. So how do we do this, and why? What is actually going on? So let's move you over there and let's look at the next one. Okay, so we are starting a new skill. This could be any new skill, but we are going to think of it in terms of roller skating, of course. Excuse my amazing drawing. And the first thing we're going to do is as I said, we're going to build experience. As we build experience, we are also going to be building confidence. Then we go, yay, I feel like I can do this skill. We feel confident. We've built the experience and now we feel great. And then you go, cool. What's next? And what happens? You decide that you're going to get curious about another new skill. And so the cycle repeats. Now, in this stage, you're either going to feel wobbly or you're going to feel tense. You may very well feel both. But in that stage of your journey, you are building the experience. And then as we get here, you will feel calmer. Okay, so how do we get here faster? The first one, do things slowly, right? Learn and execute your skills as slowly as you can, because if you're doing things slowly and calmly, your body's going to think, well, there's nothing to worry about. This is normal. I'm just going to calm back down. Not a problem at all. So whatever drills, whatever warm-ups you're doing, you're not trying to trigger your fight or flight mode by rushing. And when we put roller skates on, they are designed to help us move in a different way, often faster. So it can be very, very tempting that we're going to do everything as quickly as possible. So resist the urge to move more quickly. Now, this is quite tricky to really explain because you might physically be moving through space actually quite fast. So I'm not talking about your forward momentum or movement, okay? I'm talking about, let's say you actually move your arm. So if you can move your arm in an arm circle, you're going to do this part slowly. So you're actually moving your arms slowly. Even if you're moving through space, you're moving forward quickly. This part can actually happen slowly. Okay, so it doesn't matter what level you've got to or what level of experience you've got, keep the movement slow. The second thing is you're going to drill it. Drill the movement until it feels so familiar that you're actually bored, because familiarity increases confidence. If your body knows what to expect, then the movement becomes predictable. So let's say you are doing knee raises. I'm going to put one leg there because obviously it's there. So if you're trying to raise your skate off the ground and you've done this the first time, you have built no familiarity with this movement. Your body is wondering, what's going on here? A roller skate is heavier than a shoe, so it's going to take more effort on your muscles to lift it and put it back down. And when you put it back down, you're probably going to put it back down with a bit of a thump. So let's not do that. It's actually more important that we repeat this movement until you know that you can pick your leg up and put it back down quietly. And when you put it back down quietly, it's not going to jar any of the bones in your body. It's going to be gentle on your body and your joints, and it will have become familiar. So you'll be able to do it more slowly with more control. And that's also important. If your body understands the movement and you can control it, you've developed the specialized muscles, right? And let's think that we can't develop specialized muscles with any kind of immediacy. It's not going to happen. You need to give your body time to respond and feed it properly and build those muscles so that you can do things essentially with little tiny weights on your feet all the time and move in a way that is developed and specialized, which is why we need to do this quite slowly, okay? So any time that you're here and you're wanting to start a new skill, we're going to need to do all of these things to get you to here, the calm feeling, so that you feel that you can succeed much more quickly. Let's think about this cycle. Yay, you couldn't skate forward, so now you're going to build experience. Yay, I can go forwards now. I understand how I need to position my feet so I can go forwards. That makes me build confidence because it becomes predictable. I now feel calm because I know I can go because I know I can skate forward. So we've developed self-belief. And then you go, well, I wonder what's next. Well, now I actually want to skate backwards. Okay, cool. Our bodies are not designed to go backwards. So what happens? You feel a bit wobbly and a bit tense because you can't look where you're going. But we build experience. We understand that our feet need to be in a different position and that we need to turn our shoulders in a certain way so that we can actually look where we're going. And all of that helps you then build some confidence and feel calmer because then you know how to do it. Even if you can't do it yet, it becomes repeatable. So you understand how to get to here more quickly. That means you can actually build meaningful experience here, build that self-belief. And this cycle is going to take a different amount of time depending on your background, okay? And then you might go, what's next? Let me try and do something like spinning. And now your body is again going, hang on a second, we went forwards, that was okay. We went backwards, that was finally okay. You now want me to go round and round. And so your brain, your body, your mind is trying to process all this information, which is very tricky. And of course, it's going to take time. So what do? We need to learn all the drills that make us not feel dizzy so that we can feel calm about practicing things slowly, build that self-belief, understand that it's a drill, that it's repeatable, and get us to keep improving so that each time we're coming back to this skill, we're not starting all the way back here. We're building on our experience every single time because we know how. So what is the third thing then that we need to do in order to get ourselves to here more quickly? We need to show some self-compassion. I don't know about you, but when I started learning a new skill, I was incredibly difficult to myself, really, really very harsh in my own self-talk. And I would be asking myself, why can't I do this yet? Why am I talking? Why is everyone else in the room able to do this skill? I'm not able to do this skill. It's so incredibly frustrating, the feeling that my body simply can't do these things that everyone else in the room seems to be doing. So how do we be actually self-compassionate? We need to stop comparing. That's really difficult, but the way to stop comparing is to focus on your goals. If you know what you want to achieve, then you will only be focused on you, because actually your goals are your own and you might not want to do something the same as other people. So that's going to help you develop more self-compassion, okay? And the other thing that will help is making some skate buddies, because if you can meet other people who are going through the same thing as you, it can actually be very reassuring. I know we've just talked about not comparing, but it can be very reassuring to see that other people are going through the same experience as you and that you're not alone. Because the feeling of being alone, like you are the most unique person with a unique set of circumstances in the world, is dreadful. Because if you are truly unique, then your problems cannot be solved, because no one has ever experienced those problems in the way that you are experiencing them ever before. So we need to help ourselves understand that we are not unique, okay? And that actually we are not unique in any way, shape or form. Our experiences have been experienced before by many other people, and that means they are solvable and we can move past them. The key is to find the people that have experienced them already that can help you accelerate through this cycle as quickly as possible. Find your tribe. Work out what it is. Let's move you over there. Work out what it is that you enjoy. And the only way to do that is to build the experience. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do, is put your skates on and try. Try putting your skates on in places you've never been before, understanding that your body is probably going to fight you in every step of the way. If you find this too tricky to do by yourself, then you need to find classes or a space where you can find other people that are going to help you. If you don't have a space, so if you're not feeling that and you're not feeling that, then you need to look online. And online classes are never going to be quite the same as in person, because you're not going to receive the feedback in the same way, but they are definitely better than trying to work things out on yourself, because poor technique can destroy your skates or your body if you're really unlucky. Okay, so poor technique can be a massive problem. I'm not going to get into that now. If you've got a question about this, please drop it in the comments and I will answer this for you. The other thing with poor technique is not only can it be like, it can be bad for your skates, it can be bad for your body. You won't know. You won't know what the problem is. And therefore, you can't solve your problem. We know there are little things that really can elevate someone's technique and take them from I have a problem to I've overcome the problem. But you don't know that this thing even exists. So if you don't know it's here, you can't ask a question about it because you don't know it's here. And that happens all the time through skating. You can't know what you don't know. And that leads back to being compassionate about yourself, because if you can't know what you don't know, then why are you beating yourself up about knowing things that you don't know, right? That's just really unhelpful. So instead, what do you need to do? Sign up for our course. Okay, looking at all of this background, this is the most comprehensive video I think I've ever created about what is happening in your body and the neuroscience behind roller skating. But also, I hope you can see how this can actually be applicable to other parts of your life, to the rest of your life. Once you realize you can't know what you don't know, I've applied this in my business. You can't know what you don't know. And if you enjoyed this video, You might also enjoy learning with me in one of my online courses where I can break everything down in the detail that you really want, so that you understand exactly what's happening in your body and how you can work with your body to overcome these challenges and become the most successful roller skater that you can be.